Hi there, Lisa Rana here, and welcome to another Assemble This video. Today we're going to be assembling this fun card. I just like the popped up center element that just creates a little surprise for you to look at. I'm featuring the Aging Gorgeously Sentiment Kit. It is the July 2020 Sentiment Kit from Unity Stamp Company. I love all the fun birthday sentiments in this kit, as well as that gorgeous wild poppy. I've started out by stamping that floral image 3 times onto some craft cardstock, 2 on the left and 1 on the top right corner, and then just die cut that down with a stitch rectangle die. And I'm going to be using some Distress Oxide inks. This is the new Speckled Egg Blue. It's really pretty, and I'm just using the re-inker. I don't have any of the ink pads, so I tend to use the re-inker. And I'm just using a makeup sponge to apply that to the Faithful Letter background stamp. Just doing the corners here and stamping that down directly onto my card front, which is just a standard size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I really like the way those scripty words look in the background there. Since I had some ink left over on my block, I added a little bit of water to that, picked it up with a paintbrush, and then just tap that onto my panel here and created some splatters. Splatters are just a great way to pull in the color from the background into the front of the card. Just kind of helps to tie everything together. So I'm just doing a bunch of splatters, some big ones, small ones, just to, again, pull in that color. I wasn't getting as much color as I liked, so I decided why not just paint in a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using that same paintbrush and I'm just adding a bit of color to the flowers. And I don't want to add a lot, so I'm just creating some real faint lines just to add a hint of color. I want to make sure that there's plenty of craft still visible. This just kind of pulls in that color I was looking for to the panels and to those flowers as well. So once that was dry, I die cut that down one more time, and I want the center to pop up. It just creates a nice illusion of this tiered die cut look. And so I picked a smaller rectangular die and I'm just lining that up. I'm eyeballing it into the center of the card here using some washi tape, and I'll just run that through my die cut machine. So now we have 2 rectangles out of that one stamped image, and it's just going to create a fun little effect. So I'm lining up that first outer edge of the rectangle. I'm going to glue that directly down onto my card front. I want that one to be flat. And I'm just going to make sure I get that centered. And then my center die cut, I want to pop that up so I get the dimension and the tiered look. But first I'm going to add some string. Couldn't decide, do I like the black or do I like the white? I don't have a lot of black going on in this card, so I thought it was a little bit too harsh, so I ended up going with the white string. And I just wrap that around 3 times, just like that, and then just tied a quick little bow to the side. This is always one of my favorite elements to add. There's just something about a little bit of string and a bow that just really tends to finish off a card for me. So now that we have our string added, I'm just going to pop that up with some foam adhesive right into the center of that card, taking care to make sure that it does line up perfectly with the stamped images. That way it creates that almost solid look, but with a little bit of pop dimension in the center. Next, I'm just going to trim down my birthday wishes sentiment just so it's a nice thin banner here. And then I'm going to line that up in the center of my die cut here, just above the string. I thought about popping it up here or there, but in the end I just decided that this was a great location for it. I am going to use my die cut to cut that out. It's going to create the same edges as the stitched rectangular die that I have in the center, so it almost mimics that, like I die cut it all together at once. So I'm going to pop that up right above the string and the bow, and then I'll fiddle with that one more time and then trim off my tails there so they're the perfect length. So here is our finished card with that tiered stamped image look. I just love the dimension that this creates. I use this over and over again. I just love the way that it looks. I hope you'll try it out too. I'll have all the supplies linked in the description of this video if you have any questions or sweet comment posts below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.